Mitch Ballack with the second best three-point percentage in the Big East this season. The junior's made at least one triple lab in 24 of his last 25 games. We're going to sneak in a highlight lab. You and I have not seen Davidson at St. Joe's, but there's a reason we're going to display it to you. St. Joe's, 0-12 in A10 play, hosting Davidson, under 10 to go. St. Joe's down 2. Cameron Brown, I want the win.
Got to stay down defensively. Put him in the popcorn popper.
Well, that shot initially blocked, gets it back, dishes it out.
Pass to himself.
Davidson loses for the 12th time. St. Joe's wins their 5th of the season. Remember last Wednesday, Marcus Howard, he broke the Big East all-time scoring record, previously held by the man he's hugging right there, Syracuse great Lawrence Moten. Marquette brought in Moten tonight to honor him and Howard for this moment. Moten now works with Promise Zone, a mentoring program in the Syracuse City School District. I bet he still had the high socks underneath the pants.
Of course.
Well, right?
Gotta represent.
We're going to talk about determining factors in this one, and Marcus Howard obviously is a point that we need, but it's more than just Marcus Howard for Marquette. Not just tonight, not just through the course of the Big East play, but if they want to make a run come the NCAA tournament, they need a little bit maybe more balance.
Yeah, I think when you look at Marquette, when they're complementary or ancillary players, Bailey, Annam, McEwen, Morrow, when they're involved and they're playing as a cohesive unit, they're more difficult to prepare for and even more challenging to play against, and they complement the gifts of Howard, who clearly prolific scorer, going to go down as one of the all-time greats when you consider scoring in college basketball. We know he's the all-time scoring leader in Marquette and Big East history, but they need contributions, other Marquette players to step up, come to the party offensively. And, of course, defense is important when you're playing against the Blue Jays because they're a prolific scoring team themselves. That threesome on the perimeter, the trio of Zagorowski, his ability to knock it down, Alexander, as well as Ballack. They get down the floor, let it fly. The Blue Jays mantra, not only about dollar beer night at Creighton, it's about the ability to shoot the three.
Creighton has won 3 straight and 7 of their last 8. If you're Greg McDermott, keep doing what you're doing.
Replicate,
Creighton,
duplicate.
Yeah, how about up 8 spots this week to number 15 in the AP poll? Number 15 versus number 19 right now from Milwaukee. Brandon Gaudin and Stephen Bardo with the call.
All right, Rob, thank you very much. Indeed, it is a top 20 Big East showdown that's about to go down here at Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. Creighton and Marquette set to do battle. And we say hello courtside. He's Stephen Bardo. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Stephen, sometimes the games sell themselves. We got the 2 top offenses in the Big East. Both have been rolling. 2 top three-point shooting teams in the league. This is going to be a good one.
It's going to be a great one, Brandon, because you're talking about 2 teams that are in the latter half, or latter third, rather, of their conference schedule in a great competitive Big East run. And when they talked about freedom of movement, they're not talking about these 2 teams because they can score the rock.
They can score it, absolutely. Let's take a look at the Jeep starting lineups. A lot of guys that can fill it up, including, of course, Marcus Howard, the leading scorer in the country at over 27 a game for the Marquette Golden Eagles. But really, when you look at the numbers between the 2, they're nearly identical.
Yeah, when this deep in the season, it's unusual to see teams that are vying for a conference title to be so equally yoked on both ends of the floor. So if this is any indication, we ought to have one that goes right down to the wire.
And as we mentioned, both teams are hot. Creighton has won 7 of 8. Marquette 6 and 2 in their last 8. And a sold-out crowd here in Milwaukee to witness it. A little bit of trouble. Christian Bishop gets it off to Jefferson.
But Creighton spaces the floor as well as any team in college basketball. Allowing for backdoor cuts and dribble penetration.
Late in the shot clock here, Jefferson stops and pops and left it short. Rebound to Theo John. Marquette, they were off this last weekend after the loss to Villanova a week ago at their place. In and out on the first 3, but offensive rebound Bailey, and he misses the putback.
Good sign for Marquette. Bailey getting on the offensive glass, trying to use his height advantage.
spinning up and off the window. No good for Christian Bishop. Both of these teams want to get it and go. Kobe McEwen. And here's Marcus Howard, who last game on his final shot broke the Big East scoring record.
See Tyshawn Alexander at 6'4", going to guard Marcus Howard to start.
In the corner, Sakar Annam off the mark. And it's Balak that comes away with a rebound. Good pass up ahead. Alexander right in motion. Lays it in for the first bucket.
This is a connected team, the Creighton Blue Jays. I'm telling you, we talked about how hot they are, Brandon. They throw passes and expect their teammates to be at that spot.
9-4 in league play and knocking on the door for the top spot in the Big East. And boy, did they demolish DePaul in Omaha on Saturday. Annam has it swatted at the rim by Bishop. Alexander, stop and pop. Down to John.
Excellent defensive challenge there by Marcus Howard on the three-point shot.
Bailey, whose father Thurl sang the national anthem here before tonight's game and was fantastic doing so.
Yes, he was. You talk about some pipes. Did a great job out there. They iced him at the free throw line a little bit before. He still held it.
Little floater and a friendly bounce for Sakar Annam. And now the crowd always stands, and when the first bucket for Marquette goes down, they sit, so they sit. Well, the three-point shooting for both teams, tops in the league, but cold to start. And a reverse layup. First 4 points for Marquette belong to Sakar Annam.
Sakar Annam has been playing outstanding basketball. 14 points in his last game and really emerged as a consistent scorer for Marquette.
111th game for Annam. He and Howard, the two four-year seniors, up top. And that's the guy who likes to throw it down. Christian Bishop with his 31st dunk of the season.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play there. I thought Tyshawn Alexander was going to go into a nice jump shot. Beautiful lead pass for the easy deuce.
To put that into perspective, Creighton has 49 dunks as a team this year. Bishop 31 of them. Theo John, left-hand hook.
That's a great sign. Anytime Theo John can get some early buckets, it seems to settle down Marquette's offense. It gives them a lot better balance.
Jefferson. Offensive rebound and a kick out. Zagorowski, part of that three-headed monster for Creighton, and he hits the mid-range jumper.
Wow, Zagorowski went up and looked like he lost control for a second. Was able to regain himself mid-jump and still knock it down. That's hard to do.
He, Alexander, and Balak, they make the engine go for Greg McDermott. That's going to be a travel on Brendan Bailey. There is Greg McDermott. 10th season, you know, it's his 26th year as a head coach. He's only been coach of the year of a conference one time back in 2000 at Wayne State. But I'll tell you what, if they finish strong, he very well could be the Big East coach of the year.
I think he's a front runner right now, Brandon, especially the way that they've been playing as of late. He's coming down the stretch, really playing well, and some big wins on the road in this conference.
Yeah, they're 4-3 on the road as Creighton and Big East play. Very impressive. A team that was picked to finish 7th in the preseason. Pass stolen. Kobe McEwen. McEwen Euro step. He lost his foot. Oh, and he goes down clutching his right knee. So McEwen down. Hopefully he's okay as we hit our first media timeout. You know that these two schools can fill it up from the outside, both in the top 20 and the two most electrifying offenses in the Big East Conference. And the numbers, they certainly back that up.
Yes, they do. Look at the graphic there. First and second in both three-point shooting and points per game. And these teams are very creative offensively, Brandon. Like Creighton can go small ball on you. Marquette can have a smaller lineup. They can hit you a number of different ways.
In fact, Creighton, maybe their most successful stretch of the season was at Seton Hall when they had a 5-guard lineup out there that really helped key that victory. But before the timeout, Kobe McEwen went down awkwardly. The good news, he stretched it out, trainer looked at him, and he's going to stay on the floor.
Yeah, he looked like he was trying to make an in-and-out move and landed awkwardly on that knee. And the Creighton bench was complaining because they didn't think there was a foul call. Glad Kobe's okay.
A foul, the first of the game on either team, one against Tyshawn Alexander. And now McEwen, an 84% shooter, drops down the first. First meeting between these two teams was the opener of the Big East way back on New Year's Day. Creighton won 92-75 in Omaha. And now Marquette looking for revenge.
Both teams a lot different from that juncture. Brandon, Marquette has become a much better defensive team, especially in their last 5 games.
Zagorowski short with a mid-range.
Jamal Cain coming on one of his better games at Big East play, 13 against Villanova.
Yeah, he was excellent. 8 rebounds as well. Howard is yet to get a shot up. You know that's going to change soon. In fact, it's going to change right here, but off the side of the iron.
Brandon, I'm telling you what, Tyshawn Alexander should be in the talk for Big East Player of the Year. Why do I say that? Leading scorer of Creighton, but he's also their best defender. I mean, that's hard to do.
Yeah, in fact, Greg McDermott the other day in the press conference, just glowing remarks saying people don't realize because of what he does offensively how good he is defensively.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he gave Miles Powell fits from Seton Hall, shut down a lot of offensive weapons so far in the Big East.
Tough challenge tonight against Marcus Howard. And Greg McDermott said, we'll have Tyshawn on Marcus the majority of the game, but you might see Sharif Mitchell, some other guys, just to keep him uncomfortable.
And I think Sharif Mitchell has come off an injury and can really get after you defensively, so I'd be surprised if we don't see him early in the ball game.
Here's Balak. By the way, we did check with him before the game. His last name, a lot of people say Balak, but Balak, he says, is how his mother calls it. So we want to make sure we get that right.
We don't want LaDonna mad at us.
No, not at all. Turnover late in the shot clock. Top of the arc 3. And a little too much from Greg Elliott.
Tyshawn Alexander got hit in the throat.
He appears to be okay. Here's Balak. In and out. So these three-point shooting juggernauts are combined 0 of 8 so far.
Yeah, like we would set it up that way, and then they would come out slowly, but I anticipate them heating up pretty soon.
And each team with 2 turnovers now. Steve Wojciechowski, NCAA tournament in years 3 and 5 of his tenure, and he certainly has them on track to go back in year 6.
Yeah, I think this may be their most complete team in terms of being offensively sound, but defensively they can shut you down, cut your water off.
Mike DeKorsky, our resident bracketologist for Fox Sports, has them as a 5 seed right now, and Creighton is a 4. Catch and release 3, Denzel Mahoney, and the cold shooting from outside continues.
Nice decision by Annam right there. Thought he might try to get a shot off in the lane.
Howard dribble, drive, and kick. 7 points early for Sakar Annam.
You can tell Sakar Annam was ready for these games. As a redshirt senior, he's seen a number of late Big East matchups similar to this.
And our first three-pointer of the night. Mahoney. Cut off in the mid-post. Here's Tyshawn Alexander taking it off the bounce. They say that's clean. Jace Johnson with a block. Up ahead, 3 in the corner. Jamal Cain, no good. Look at the pace. Mitchell to Alexander to the bottom of the bucket. That's a 2. His foot was on the line.
Well, Mitchell is getting the ball before quickly letting Tyshawn move off the ball. Tyshawn Alexander and Pat Driscoll having a nice conversation there.
And Sharif Mitchell, huge for them to get back last game after that injury to his head. He had missed 4 prior to DePaul. But he gives them depth because really without him it's a 7-man rotation.
That's right, and he does a really good job of on-ball defense.
speaking of on-ball defense, Alexander disrupting Howard. Howard has to force it up. And out of bounds to Creighton. So Marcus Howard uncomfortable early. He hasn't scored.
Oh, he hasn't. But it's still a great matchup of two offensive juggernauts just starting to get warmed up. Nice kick out to Zakar Annam from long range. Marquette holding to a 1-point lead.
Big East Hoops on FS1 is sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. We expect a tight battle throughout. That's what we've got right now. Marquette by a penny. Marcus Howard, as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, 1,408 points. He had a three-pointer at the end of the Villanova game, albeit in a loss, to surpass Lawrence Moten in a really cool moment pregame, Stephen, because they invited Lawrence Moten back here to give the game ball to Marcus Howard.
Yeah, it's a class act by Marquette, and what a wonderful award here to have the guy that held the record to come and congratulate you on the night when, you know, Marquette needs everything they can get. This is a great tribute to Marcus Howard.
And Lawrence Moten, as you saw, of course, quite a career at Syracuse, three-time first-team All-Big East. And now Marcus Howard surpasses him, and Marcus Howard right now getting a rare breather on the bench.
Yeah, I think Tyshawn Alexander had something to do with him getting the blow there. Just really blanketed him.
Zagorowski crafty, but Theo John gets a block. And that is Theo John's 145th block. Moves him into 5th place all-time in Marquette history.
Does a great job of blocking the shot and trying to keep it in play and without fouling. Doesn't need to come down hard and emphatic to where you pick up those fouls. Nice job by John.
Zagorowski, stop and pop, short, rebound comes down to Theo John. John's put in some good minutes here early. They really couldn't have him on the floor when this game took place in Omaha because things were moving too fast for him.
Yeah, and, you know, Creighton may decide to go to that at some point where you have Denzel Mahoney at the 5. So it remains to be seen what the Blue Jays do in these counters.
Good job by Bishop to get a hand in there. Mitch Ballack. You know what he can do from three-point land. Hasn't gotten on track yet as he gives it off to Zagorowski.
Tell you what, Bailey's height and length are making Ballack think twice about letting go from long range.
Zagorowski goes up top, a little too tall for Bishop. But it comes out to Jefferson. Yeah, I've been impressed with the defense on both sides here early. And that time, John couldn't block it. Jefferson with a deuce.
Yeah, Damian Jefferson, one of these undersized guys that can play 2 or 3 different positions. Really tough matchup on the perimeter.
But for all the offense that we expected, both sides really locked in defensively.
Yeah, and I think that's what's coincided both of their runs here down the stretch in Big East play. They're able to lock up people. Oh.
Yeah, Bailey almost traveled, may have gotten away with one, and now getting a hand in there, Jefferson. And then John somehow slipped that in to Kobe McEwen.
You don't see passes like that from bigs. Typically through traffic. Theo John with a nice bounce pass. That's pretty good execution under duress.
And less than assists per game, but you wouldn't have known it by that pass. And then not the pass that Greg McDermott wanted, another Creighton turnover.
Well, Theo John usually on the baseline looking to score. Faced up the defense and saw the backside. Nice bounce pass to Kobe McEwen. And McEwen gives it the headbutt for approval.
So it's McEwen and Annam that have scored 11 of the points for Marquette. You see Theo John in his best area, defense and shot blocking.
Nice wrinkle here from Marquette.
Marcus Howard back in the game. Here's Symir Torrance. In rhythm, McEwen. And a rebound ripped down by Kelvin Jones just into the game for Creighton. Now Zagorowski, boy, it looked like he was being fouled. Yeah, they'll whistle it. Against the young freshman Symir Torrance.
You see Zagorowski when he gets going. Trying to go north-south. Symir with the hand check.
Whistles have been hard to come by, though. Each team with just one foul, and we played almost 11 minutes. Nice bounce for Marcus Zegarowski.
Zegarowski really utilized the down screen of Jones. I mean, Samir Torrance ran into a wall that time, could not get around the bottom of the shot.
Zegarowski's got 6 to lead Creighton. Now Howard's in trouble. Somehow gets out of it, finds Bailey. Oh, someone opened the door. A little too much.
That's a really good defensive adjustment by Creighton, getting Marquette out of sync rather, offensively, that early double team.
Ooh, tough spot for Alexander to catch that. He got popped in the nose as well there. And now we're going to get a foul on Kobe McEwen. His first, team second.
It is so hard to guard Creighton in the half-court set. They space so well, Brandon, and their tempo, they may be the fastest team in the Big East in terms of initiating their offense. Watch how fast these guys cut and move to create space for each other.
You know, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to comment, just being down here on the court, how quick these guys are going. Rebound by Torrance. It is a lightning pace on both sides.
Agreed.
Up top, wide open. Torrance will let it fly. Marquette and Creighton, ice cold from outside the arc. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Denzel Mahoney. But Creighton 7 of 20 from the floor and 5 of 16 for Marquette as we go back to that last foul on Mahoney in there. What do you think?
That's tough. Because you saw Mahoney's arm, but you also saw Kobe McEwen hit his arm over the shoulder of Mahoney, so that's a tough break for Creighton.
Yeah, that looked like one that maybe you just let roll for a little bit.
But I think they've done a really good job at the officials letting them go here and letting them dictate the play themselves on the floor.
Just the 4 fouls in 12 minutes between the two sides. Sakar Annam up top to Kobe McEwen. Now here's the big fella, Chase Johnson, offensive, yes. Bowling over Kelvin Jones. Takes us to another media timeout.
Well, Kelvin Jones doing a great job drawing the contact, getting his team yet another possession.
In just 4 days, don't miss the most anticipated title fight in years. Undefeated heavyweight champ Deontay Wilder taking on 29-0 Tyson Fury. It's the rematch the sports world's been waiting for. Saturday, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Buy it now at pay-per-view or on the Fox Sports app. Plus, don't miss a special appearance by both of those fighters on The Masked Singer tomorrow on Fox.
I may not watch The Masked Singer, but I'm watching that fight.
Yeah. Because it has been a while since we've seen a fight like that.
Oh, man. And they got after it in the first matchup. Tell you what, Deontay Wilder, one of the more devastating punchers in the pugilistic side. You can tell I'm a fan.
You are a fan. Well, we got two teams that are heavyweights here tonight, although the three-point shooting so far has been different than most of the season.
Yeah, and I think this is a situation where the defense is really good. And both teams are a little bit tight from outside. They understand the importance of this game. So you're looking at Marquette with 6 remaining games, including this one, and Creighton with 5, including tonight. And so a little nerves here to start from long range.
You know, we talked, speaking of the upcoming schedule, you and I, before the game. Creighton, if they want to make a run at this Big East title, their schedule's pretty favorable.
Agreed.
I mean, they only have, one more on the road at St. John's after this one.
That's right. And they get Seton Hall at their place last game of the regular season.
Nearly a turnover, jumping to save it Mitchell. Now they get Butler at home as well, and then Georgetown. One game back in the standings. Tight shot, Alexander from 15 feet.
Boy, he is so good in the mid-range. He's got that nice size, takes his time, is not rushed at all, able to knock down that jumper.
He's got 6. You mentioned what he did against DePaul. 24 points, 8 assists. Also had 5 steals. Creighton in that game had 18 steals, tying a program record. There's another 3 off the mark for Marquette. Alexander only hit the backboard. He's a little slow running back on defense. Driving inside, tough finish. Jakar Annam now has 9.
Nice job by Annam. Did not allow Creighton to get set defensively.
Balak kicking it down under, but now getting it back. Returns it to Mahoney, and Mahoney nothing but net.
I'm telling you, he's a tough matchup when he's in at the 5. Right now he's at the 4, but Mahoney can stress the floor.
Since he became eligible at the semester break, the SEMO transferred double figures in 12 of the 16 games he's played in. Howard trying to get on track. No. Marcus Howard still scoreless. Balak, you can tell he's looking for that shot. He just can't find it.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of shadowing him and force him to put it on the deck. If he catches and shoot, you know, he's one of the best in the conference at doing so.
He doesn't need any space. Alexander just kind of flipped that up. And Jones couldn't finish it. Kobe McEwen, high arcing and pure.
Well, when he goes right into his jump shot, he gets great elevation on that look.
And a timeout is going to be taken with 5:39 to go in the first half.
Well, Marquette staying close with plays like this. Kobe McEwen, nice pull-up jumper.
Creighton and Marquette, 90th all-time meeting. And since they've been Big East foes, it's pretty much a dead heat. Marquette has won 7 of the 13, and this is the second time they've ever met as top 20 opponents.
Yeah, so it's a great rivalry, and it's good to see tonight that we get the benefit of calling this one. Anytime you get late February in Big East play, 2 teams in the top 4 of the conference, you're going to get a great matchup.
Creighton, how about the jump they made in the polls? They went from number 23 to 15 after the week they had. Foul inside as Christian Bishop gets hit by Howard. That was a seismic jump from 23 to 8, and well-deserved by Creighton.
Oh, no doubt about it. I think they've been coming on the last 8 games, having won 7 of those. And the way that they put it on DePaul in the second half with that 18-3 run, that was something to see.
Inside, nice job evading the defender, Christian Bishop. That start to the second half they had against DePaul may have been the best 5 minutes of basketball offensively I've seen this year.
I'm telling you, dunks, threes, tremendous plays at the rim. I mean, they did it all.
Now a battle. And somehow, through all of that, Creighton comes up with it. Balak, good pass inside. Jefferson with the easy lay-in. Timeout, Steve Wojciechowski. As Creighton has opened it up to a 6-point lead.
Boy, you talk about passing the basketball. The Blue Jays advance up the floor. Excellent 2-man game. Jefferson goes to the rim. And Creighton starting to roll.
How about all those teams at the top ranked between 12 and 21? And as we said, Creighton is right there, snipping at the heels of Seton Hall.
Yeah, and you know, the fact that they went into Seton Hall and got that victory, and the way that they're playing right now they're on the road. We talked about their wins in conference play. So this is a confident team playing their best basketball right now.
Marquette trying to work their way into the equation. That's going to be an offensive foul underneath. And that is 2 on Kobe McEwen. And we talked about how good McEwen has been lately, Steven. Last 6 games, 14 points, 8 rebounds a contest, and he's going to have to sit down.
Yeah, that's going to damage Marquette on the offensive end. He gives him so much versatility in terms of being able to be the lead guard, but also can play off ball as well.
Balak guarded closely by Greg Elliott. He's moving all over the place, is Balak. Now Zagorowski driving on Howard. Needs some space. Kicks it over. Bishop, 3 to shoot. Up top, Zagorowski's got to hoist it. And he got fouled. And that is the second foul on Marcus Howard.
And that's a clean foul. I mean, there's no question about that. I mean, Marcus Howard got all arm. You know, usually say all ball. He got nothing but arm. Right there. That's a good call. I know Howard wants to close out on the shot. Oh, looked a little different from that angle.
The hand did come in on the follow-through to Marcus Howard. Steve Wojciechowski was irate, but of course he's going to be. That's the best scorer in the nation going to the bench.
Anytime you affect the release like that, 9 times out of 10 you're going to get called for a foul.
So who would have thought Marcus Howard at this juncture of the game would be 0 of 2 from the floor, 0 points, 2 fouls and on the bench. They're going to keep him out there at least for right now. You like that decision by Steve Wojciechowski?
I think when you're down 8 right now, I think you have to go with that. Kobe McEwen on the bench as well. We talked about his 2 fouls, so Marquette has got to find a way to manufacture some offense.
The crowd with a little sarcastic cheer after the whistle comes in on Christian Bishop. Marquette has put up 21 shots, 12 of them from long range. But they're just 1 of 12 from deep.
Well, Creighton doesn't get enough credit for the defense. This guy guarding the basketball, Tyshawn Alexander, spearheads that.
And then Christian Bishop getting a hand in there to knock it out of bounds with 12 on the shot clock. Well, Tyshawn Alexander, as we said, Sharif Mitchell getting his defense back. Just a real boost for Greg McDermott. And a little floater. Trying to follow his own miss, but he knocked it out of bounds. Creighton trying to take control. They've got their largest lead.
Coming up on the Jeep Grand Cherokee halftime report, Penn State, they were elevated to their highest ever ranking this week. It won't last long, and their loss created an opportunity for Maryland to extend their lead atop the Big Ten. Plus, #1 Baylor went to Norman in pursuit of their 23rd straight win. Brandon, Steven, we'll talk to you guys at the half.
All right, Rob, thank you very much. Creighton has opened up its largest lead here at 25-17, and they've done it on both ends of the floor. But as we said, Stephen, really on the defensive end, look at those numbers for Marquette.
Yeah, Creighton has done a great job of shading the shooters of Marquette. So what I mean by that, getting them off the three-point line, and when they do take a three-point shot, it's under duress and someone's in their face. Creighton doing a really good job of scrambling defensively.
I like to see that from Marcus Howard, though, going down the line of the bench, making sure everybody's active and involved.
Yeah, that's a leader. And he's represented student athletes at the NCAA level because of his leadership ability.
Zagorowski curling a pass around. That was beautiful, but off the side of the backboard, not so beautiful for Alexander.
Yeah, that was great execution, though. I mean, he got a clean look. Coach McDermott has to turn his back and walk away and smile a little bit because he knew they had run that to perfection.
Driving inside, Greg Elliott up top to Torrance, and now foul inside. Theo John tangling in there with Bishop, and that is 2 on Creighton's Christian Bishop.
It's kind of tough on Bishop. I mean, he's undersized almost every night. So then you get Mahoney that has to come in and gives up some height, but definitely strong enough to deal with 5s in this league.
Howard trying to get on track, still cannot. So, as you were alluding to, now you've got that smaller lineup out there for Creighton. This is the lineup that really gave Theo John fits in the first meeting on January 1st. They get him away from the basket, and then they try to get it inside. Here's Mahoney dragging him away, taking the 3, in and out.
That was a good look.
Step through, Annam, offensive. So Mahoney missed the 3 on one end. He takes the charge on the other.
I was really impressed with Sakar Annam getting behind the defense. But look at Mahoney set up beautifully outside the restricted area. Gets that left foot out of there, Brandon. That's a good call. And really good defensive reaction there by Mahoney.
And a frustrated Marquette Golden Eagle team right now. But Creighton not blistering the nets. They're shooting 39% themselves.
Balak really looking for that three, but can't seem to get a clean look.
Zagorowski says, I can. Front of the iron, though, and look at Mahoney. Baseline drive, he lost his footing. Crowd wanted to travel, didn't get the whistle, and now Mahoney left on his own island.
Wow. Mahoney with the presence of mind to make the pass as he's falling. What an adjustment.
Mahoney, 5 points, 3 rebounds. He's had a big impact on this game. 8-0 run for the Blue Jays right now. Bailey trying to stop that. Boy, it is Brick City. Theo John, there is Marquette imposing its will with that height advantage.
And that's what you want to do. Creighton has been able to flip it on opposing teams. What do I mean by flip it? They've been able to go small and force the opposing teams to go small. But if Theo John can get on the offensive glass like this, it's really going to put a lot of pressure on Mahoney and Jefferson up front.
And the first foul on Damian Jefferson. I asked Greg McDermott about that at shoot-around. I said, when you go small, it seems like the other teams adjust to you. And he said, yeah, that typically happens. Teams adjust to a smaller lineup before the other squad says, wait, we got to get a big body out there, you know?
That's right. And the quickness of the penetration. You see how that collapsed the defense and got Tyshawn Alexander an open look.
Let's see if they go down inside to John. They do. Mahoney trying to get low leverage on it. Less than 90 seconds remaining in the opening half. Elliott, catch and release. Got it.
Well, Greg Elliott does such a good job of lifting on the weak side to get his teammates' line of vision to be able to catch the ball for an open look.
And now Bailey knocking it out of bounds. Finally, a little energy for Marquette. That three stopped the run by Creighton.
They're trying to get Theo Hill in the post. Balak has to make a decision. Does he stay with John? Does he close out on Elliott? Too late, Elliott. Nice three-point look.
Greg Elliott back the last three from the ankle injury. They need him down the stretch. Off balance. What a tough finish for Denzel Mahoney.
I mean, Mahoney, that's a weight room finish right there. A lot of contact. But Mahoney doesn't care.
6'5", 225. Well-built. The SEMO transfer from Florida. Torrance kicks to Adam. Adam. No. And weak side, good block out by Jefferson.
Zagorowski comes up a little gimpy on his left leg. See what's going on there.
As he works his way into the front court, and Creighton's going to try to milk as much of this clock as they can.
See Zagorowski grabbing his left ankle. He must have twisted it. Or something, Brandon. He wanted to get off ball this possession.
Yeah, he's in pain in the corner as Alexander kicks it to him. Extra pass, Balak deep three. There is the first bucket for Mitch Balak. And then at the horn, no good for Sakar Anna. But Balak with the exclamation mark on the first half, his 80th triple of the season. And Creighton takes its largest lead into the lockers, 32-22 over the Marquette Golden Eagles. Coming up next, brief Jeep Grand Cherokee halftime report with Rob Stone and Steve Lavin.
Blue Jays showing why they jumped 8 spots up to number 15 in this week's AP poll. Tyshawn Alexander skying up. That's part of his 6 first-half points. And Creighton is up 10 at the break, tied for their largest lead of the half. As we welcome you to the Jeep Grand Cherokee halftime report, Rob Stone, Steve Lavin with you. Yes, the 2 highest-scoring teams in the Big East in action tonight, and both of them finding the points tough to come by here in the opening 20 minutes, particularly for Marquette, whose issues from deep are going to kick off our Jeep Grand Cherokee highlights from the first half, Lev.
Well, rarely do we see Marcus Howard with a goose egg in the scoring column. 0 of 3 from the three. Creighton, give them some credit in terms of rotation, closeouts, taking away airspace on the perimeter. But some of these shots, the UFOs, the flying saucers, were just an example of a cold night in the first half here for Marquette. I think one of the things that Creighton has done really well is sharing the ball. 10 assists against only 4 turnovers. A bright spot for Marquette was Theo John, 2 of 2. Also 6 rebounds and 2 block shots. He seems engaged at both ends of the floor. They've got to get Howard some looks, run some sets and alignments to get him involved early in the second half.
Annam with the game-high 9, but Howard just 3 shot attempts in the first. He has more personal fouls than he has points at the half. Marquette.
That's a problem.
You think so? Just a minor.
They'll get him involved.
Minor issue for Wojo. Yeah, like he needs our advice. For the 5th straight week, Baylor's at #1. The Bears, they took their bullseye to Norman tonight, looking for their 23rd straight win. Oh, you got a huge Big East doubleheader coming your way tomorrow right here on FS1. Number 21, Butler on the road at number 16, Seton Hall. That's at 6:30 Eastern, followed by Providence and Georgetown at 8:30. Rob Stone, Steve Lavin back here with you. One of the reasons Baylor sits at #1 again this week is they're 8-0 on the road, and a victory tonight in Norman would give them the longest winning streak in Big 12 history at 23. But they would have to do it without Maceo Teague out with a wrist injury. Davion Mitchell with the triple to put the Bears up 3 very early.
Well, Baylor 9-0 in quad 1 games as well. An outstanding body of work and resume.
Christian Doolittle with the triple, but it's Baylor up 8 right now. Number 5, Dayton on the road. You know you're going to see some Obi Toppin.
Well, Toppin is hot, and so are the Flyers. 14 straight wins and 6-0 on the road. The Road Warriors.
Toppin with an assist right there. Flyers up 7 at the whistle. Number 7, Maryland on top of the Big Ten. You know who's been big tonight?
Hello, Jalen Smith.
9th straight double-double. He's at 18 and 16 right now. Terps are up 12 at the break. Pat Spencer. It's a good Northwestern basketball name.
A little trickeration.
Yeah, keeping it tight, but it's now 8-point lead for the Terps. Earlier tonight on FS1, number 9, Penn State. Highest they've ever been ranked in AP history. Boy, they ran into a machine in Illinois tonight.
Yeah, good back cut there by Dosunmu. Delivery, and then the ability to create off the dribble for the mid-range. And, of course, Brad Underwood, a National Coach of the Year candidate.
Number 8, Florida State hosting Pittsburgh. Pitt beat the Noles earlier this season back in November. How'd that one get? There was no arc on that shot from Terrell Brown.
Wow, tortilla, pancake, flat.
Tortilla. You're
You're
the best. Patrick Williams,
I'm hungry.
putback slam.
Yum, yum.
You're not alone, my friend. Florida State in control. Not in control right now. Marquette down 10 despite 9 from Sakar Annam. Second half from Milwaukee next.
Nighttime in Milwaukee for this top 20 battle. Creighton finishes the half on a 13-5 run to take their largest lead, up 32-22 as we welcome you back here to Fiserv in Milwaukee. And I'll tell you what, Marcus Howard scoreless. Remember, first time these two teams met in Omaha, he didn't score for the first 16 minutes, so the Blue Jays kind of have his number.
Yeah, they do defensively early on, but I expect Marquette to make a little adjustment to get him freed up a little bit, Brandon. And if you're Marquette, you got to be feeling pretty good right now. Leading scorer in the nation, scoreless. You're only down 10 points here in the first half.
As we look at the first half stats presented by Jeep, Marquette just 2 of 17 from outside the arc. But as we were saying, it's not like Creighton was lighting it up offensively.
That's right. They did have their high-powered offense clicking on all cylinders early, but they did just enough to get that double-digit lead.
And you see Marcus Howard, a little bit different, 27.3, top scorer in the country. You can't believe that they're going to hold him down for another 20 minutes, right?
No, I don't think so. Watch Marquette here the first possession. Try to free him up.
And they free him up. And there you go. Right on cue, his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, he was going to be intentional about looking for that jump shot right there.
And, of course, Steve Wojciechowski wants to go right to that well.
Yes.
Got to have him on track.
And you have to watch the foul situation with Marcus Howard and also Kobe McEwen.
Long arms of Brendan Bailey. Almost got a steal, taking it the other way. There's Balak. He hit the three to end the first half, but misses to start the second. Up ahead, Sakar Anum has it ripped out by Balak.
That's the third time tonight Sakar Anum has gotten behind the defense here. Howard getting several screens to free himself. Kind of that Iverson cut, they call it, coming across the lane with screens.
He had only missed 3 shots before that make. Only took 3 in the first half. He did pick up 2 fouls. As he drives in here, drops it off for John. John, power dribble up and in.
Boy, nice decision there by both Marcus Howard and Theo John. John taking his time, getting point-blank range.
Theo John, 6 points. He hadn't scored over 5 in the last 5 games. As we said, known more for his defense, but bringing some offense tonight. Zagorowski just lost that on the feed from Bishop.
Now, one thing to watch, Creighton had 19 turnovers last game. A season high against DePaul. They got a little loose with the rock. It didn't matter. They won going away. That could become a factor here if they don't take better care of the basketball.
Yeah, that was the one blemish against DePaul in an otherwise near-perfect game, but Marcus Howard gives it right back to the Blue Jays.
Now, see, you know what that was? Marcus Howard was playing off instinct. Instinct, when you curl, the big rolls to the hole. In today's game, the big doesn't necessarily roll to the hole. They roll out to the three-point line.
So Howard threw it where he wasn't. Creighton gets it back up 5 here. Zagorowski splits him and then lost it. And a fight for it. And they're going to get a foul on Sakar Anum, and the boos rain down on Bo Borowski for that whistle.
Kobe McEwen and Zagorowski are having a little exchange of little pleasantries here. Say Anum almost bent Zagorowski backwards.
I mean, I know Adam's frustrated, but you can't bear hug him like that.
No, you can't. And, you know, it's typical Big East basketball. No harm, no foul.
Tyshawn Alexander had 6 in the first half. Scoring very balanced for Creighton as it has been all year. They've got 5 guys that average double figures in Big East play. Alexander, tough shot. Look at that rebound. But he short-armed it to Damian Jefferson. Heck of a rebound, but he couldn't finish on the easy part. And another turnover. Hot potato right through the hands of Theo John.
Well, Kobe McEwen shaking his head, but he needs to shake his head at himself. You can't throw a bullet like that close to a big trying to move to the bucket. It's not going to be a good look.
9 turnovers for Marquette, 5 for Creighton. Alexander down the right side of the lane. Good pass. Bishop flushes it.
Alexander does such a good job with Bishop. They're on a string with one another. Looked like a layup, but it's actually a pass for an easy dunk.
4 assists for Tyshawn Alexander. Inside, no. Adam got it back and finishes.
Oh, that's a heck of a look by Marcus Howard. I didn't think that pass was going to get through.
And his buddy Sakar Anum becomes the first player in double figures. He's got 11. Balak, he'll take it in the corner. Anum secures it. So good start to the second half for Marquette. This would make it even better. Offensive rebound, Bailey. I thought McEwen was going to take it again. Instead, Theo John all by himself. And a whistle as Creighton has Christian Bishop down on the floor after the slam.
They're going to check the monitor on this. Bishop and John got linked up a little bit. Bishop comes away holding the back of his head. See him right there.
Yeah, I was wondering how he got so alone. It's because Bishop was down on the floor.
Yeah, Bishop and John got tangled up. Now, I'm not sure if Bishop when he fell, he didn't fall into one of the camera people underneath the bucket. That may have been where he hit his head, but it could have been he and John getting tangled up.
Officials Bo Borowski, Pat Driscoll taking a look at it. We'll take a look at it as well. He got his right arm behind the head of Bishop there. And then he kind of hit his head on the floor as well.
That's a lot of contact underneath. I'm just glad to see Bishop get up, and he seems to have cleared out the cobwebs a little bit.
Well, Bo Borowski was right there on top of it, the official. He let him play.
Well, he goes down, and then, yes, it's tough to see. But, again, Big East basketball, it's going to be physical.
So they talk about it. I don't know if from the replay they're going to be able to assess anything intentional here on Theo John. You see Bishop saying he came down on me with the elbow.
Well, Pat Driscoll initially pointed over to Bishop like maybe he was going to be shooting free throws.
Also checking the clock as well to make sure that we've got that correct.
Take a look at both of them here. Now, it goes down here. Let's see what Tommy Morrison has to say.
So Tommy Morrissey just came over and talked to you. What did he say, Steve?
Incidental contact both ways. Creighton basketball, good bucket.
So play on.
Play on.
34-31. Well, Marquette down 10 at intermission, and now Steve Wojciechowski's crew back within 3.
If you read Steve Wojciechowski's lips, he's talking about a flop. So we have to keep an eye on that here in the second half.
We have not had any flop warnings yet this ball game. Tyshawn Alexander, good spin. Tough.
Oh, man. When you play off 2 feet in the lane, it gives you so many more options than going off 1 foot. Nice job by Alexander.
Big East preseason first team and figures to be in that discussion for the postseason awards as well.
He just had a tough year because Miles Powell and Marcus Howard are just so good.
Marcus Howard in and out.
He got hit in the throat once again. Tyshawn Alexander got hit in the throat early in the game. Looks like he got the same shot. And he's trying to breathe here.
Yeah, he's in some obvious pain.
They need to get him on his back so he can breathe a little bit.
Saw Greg McDermott kind of signaling that he thought there was an elbow shot up to the throat of Alexander.
Result of the previous play is under official.
So they're going to take a peek at this as well.
Oh, man, Brendan Bailey got his shoulder right to the neck of Tyshawn Alexander. I don't think it was intentional. I think he was just trying to get a piece. But the shoulder went right into the neck area. And again, this is the second time.
Boy, Alexander still trying to catch his breath as Greg McDermott comes on. Tough break. Just hope he's okay. He's been very good tonight. 8 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, and there it is. There's the shoulder, and I think it just caught him right in the Adam's apple.
And Pat Driscoll came over and he's of the mindset that it was incidental contact, just trying to set the screen. They got him for the offensive, they didn't get him for the offensive foul, did they?
No.
They did not.
But I think it just hit him in the perfect spot. If you hit that Adam's apple straight on with good contact like he did.
And you can see his chest. He's still breathing heavily, trying to, get his breathing back to normal, but he was struggling to breathe there for a little bit.
One more look. I do think by the letter of the law that should have been a foul on Brendan Bailey, but I don't think he was trying to hurt him.
I totally agree with you on that. But the way that Alexander looks, he may be out for a little bit. Because that was
Boy,
he's getting ready. Oh, he's trying not to.
Yeah, he just keeps coughing. He cannot catch his breath. You see Steve Wojciechowski trying to pat him on the back as he goes to the bench.
I see Coach McDermott going over to the officials like, guys, my guy can barely breathe here. Let's hope Alexander can recover.
Their leading scorer heading to the bench. Big East Hoops on FS1 is sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. Sold out here at Fiserv Forum. 90th all-time meeting between Creighton and Marquette, second ever as ranked opponents. And Creighton up 5, but their leader, Tyshawn Alexander, right now on the bench and just trying to get things right, trying to get his breathing right.
Yeah, you know, just trying to swallow a little bit without pain. And, you know, he got back to the bench, his eyes were watery, and that's an indication when that neck gets hit, that windpipe gets damaged a little bit, man, it can really have some adverse effects on you physically. I'm just glad to see he's still on the bench and not back in the locker room.
Saw Brendan Bailey, who inflicted the incidental contact, out there for Marquette. Here's Zagorowski driving down the lane. Good drop-off. Bishop got fouled going up, but Kobe McEwen, who just picked up his third, strongly disagreed with the call.
Zagorowski puts so much pressure on the defense when he gets in the paint like that. Very crafty pass in the pocket area. Bishop's got to earn it.
Between Alexander, Zagorowski, and the shooting of Balak, that is such a trio of guards that Creighton has.
Yeah, they just keep you off balance at all times. You know, can bang from deep, put it on the deck. Like you said, Balak can always be the pressure release on the outside looking to catch and shoot.
So McEwen sits with those three personals. And a break as Bishop cannot convert, just a 58% foul shooter. The mask on for Marcus Howard from when he broke his nose against Xavier a few weeks ago. I always think of Richard Hamilton anytime I see a mask on. Old Piston in the corner. Knocking it down. Sakar Adam, he's been the leader for Marquette.
Boy, he has really been consistent looking for his shot each and every time.
Oh, what a move by Zagorowski.
He is a lot quicker than he's given credit for, Brandon. You know, he can change speeds on you, change pace. Very difficult to contain off the bounce.
Good point. I think that's what's impressed me in person is the stop and start that Zagorowski has. How about Theo John? He has provided a big boost. He's got 10, Steven.
And you know what? It's not allowed Creighton to flip the lineup situation. Typically, they'd have to bring him out and maybe bring Jamal Cain in, but John has been solid.
That's going to be a travel. Bishop lost his footing. And keep in mind with Theo John, I mean, his season high is only 12. He's got 10 as we get another look at the walk.
Ooh. Glad Bishop didn't turn his ankle there. Coach McDermott goes over and gives him some encouragement as he gets on the bench in favor of Kelvin Jones.
The fifth-year senior, 6'11", Jones out there. Greg Elliott fighting Howard. Howard, step back, foot on the line. They'll say it's a 2. Folks, we're tied at 38. Balak cannot get any space, but he finds Zagorowski on the baseline.
Those backdoor cuts are something else by the Blue Jays. You're locked in defensively, you're trying to deny, and all of a sudden they go backdoor on you to get a nice pressure release layup.
Remember, it was 32-22 Creighton at intermission. Marquette owning the second half so far. Howard, skip pass, Adam foot on the sideline, turnover. But the offense picking up a little bit.
It really is. Howard with the step back, put on the line, and then on the other end, looked like Creighton was going to be in trouble. Zegarowski goes back door. Nice layup against pressure. See, this is the type of offense we thought we were going to see from the beginning of the game. Now both teams starting to loosen up a little bit.
And a great sign. Look who's back in, Stephen. Tyshawn Alexander.
Yeah, it is good. And Sakar Adam talking to him, asking him if he's okay. Good sportsmanship on both sides.
Yeah, to set the table again, these are the top two offenses in the Big East. Top two three-point shooting teams in the Big East. Got off to a slow start, but things are picking up. Alexander needs some help. Here's Zegarowski. Marcus Zegarowski, so crafty, and he threw it away. Now Jamal Cain, they're looking for Howard. Here he is. He had it stripped. Turnovers back-to-back.
Good job by Zegarowski, staying close to Howard and raking down to get the ball. Balak, NBA three. He'll hit that all night. Well, that's a good two-man game there. Tell you what, Mahoney really playing a factor here. Smaller lineup.
Balak with his 81st three-point make of the season as Howard can't get it to drop. Ripping it away, Mahoney. And now Howard's down. He may have taken a pop in that broken nose. So hold up. Greg McDermott is mad that they stopped the play with his team with a 5-on-4 advantage. But Stephen, it does appear that Howard got, even with that mask on, you take a pop and your nose is broken, it's going to hurt.
Yeah, it's going to hurt. And what happens is you lose your equilibrium, right? There. Oh.
Friendly fire came from Jace Johnson.
Yep. And so what happens, unfortunately, I've had a broken nose, and when you get hit there, Brandon, everything goes dark. The eyes water, you lose your balance and your equilibrium. And he just has to go down. Got the floater, tried to go after his own shot. Looked like Jace Johnson came down inadvertently on his nose.
So they're going to take him back to the locker room for evaluation. Howard, 5 points, 2 of 8. Again, he averages over 27 a game. Alexander, left wing. Got it.
Talk about toughness. Getting your windpipe hit. Comes back in the game, and first look is a knockdown three.
And all of a sudden, it's an 8-0 run for Creighton and a timeout for Marquette. Alexander, yeah, he's feeling okay all of a sudden.
Tell you what, that orange pill has medicine, is it, Brandon? Whenever you might be injured or on the bench, when you get back in the game, you got that orange pill in your hand, it all gets better.
Got a Big East showdown going on right now. We got another one tomorrow. How about Butler and Seton Hall? Another top 25 bout, 6:30 Eastern on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. See Kamar Baldwin and Miles Powell in that one. We saw Marcus Howard get injured a moment ago. One more time. Here's the Jace Johnson contact.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, that's a mask, too, and that pressure against the nose. Marcus Howard goes down, trying to find his equilibrium, but as we saw with Alexander, Howard is tough as well, back on the court.
So he went to the locker room, at least going to keep him on the bench for right now. You can tell there's some discomfort there. He's just trying to work it out. Yeah, I don't care how thick that mask is. You got a broken nose and you get popped, any discomfort, it's going to hurt.
Yes, yes, and it's the adrenaline running. I'm sure they'll try to get it back in the game as soon as they can.
Kobe McEwen drawing the foul, almost got the bucket too. He got Kelvin Jones off his feet. You know, the foul's kind of similar to the first half. The first 10 minutes of that first half, we only had 3 fouls, and we've got 3 fouls between the two teams right now.
Yeah, 2 cleanly played. You know, this first half of the last half here. First portion of the last half. There goes Marcus Howard.
He says, I'm good, coach. Takes out Elliott.
Well, Marcus Howard, a senior in the Big East. He's had his occasions where he's been banged up and has to come back in the game. And I tell you what, he can catch fire quickly, Brandon.
Can he ever? He put up 53 against Creighton last year in an overtime victory in Omaha. There's a foul. We'll head the other direction. First on Sharif Mitchell.
I mean, this guy just comes back in the game with his nose cracked, and he puts himself right back in the mix. Wow. A lot of contact there. Marcus Howard gets the call. I love it. I mean, you want to see some toughness. That's right.
Absolutely. Now, going to get things going offensively. 2 for 8, 5 points. Johnson hands to Annam. He's been the leading scorer for the Golden Eagles.
Miss Johnson on the box.
Howard driving kick. Annam in rhythm. Ball bounces out. Howard, speaking of toughness. How about Annam? And it's stripped. Now wait. Johnson eventually came away with it and laid it in, but we got a whistle before that. A jump ball. You can feel the intensity level pumping up a little bit here in Milwaukee. It's going to be a fun 11:45 down the stretch. Sakar Annam leading all scorers right now with 14 points for the Marquette Golden Eagles, trying to keep him in this as Howard only has 5. And we shine our SoFi Academic Ambition spotlight on the senior. You see that spot at the bottom, wants to start foundation for less fortunate youth. He's a kid from Minneapolis, and by all accounts, just a wonderful young man.
Yeah, I've gotten to know him a little bit over the years, and, you know, he lets his most of his talking go on the court. Kind of a soft-spoken guy, but I really like his ambition there to help youth that are less fortunate. That says a lot about his heart.
Heck of a game tonight. His parents, Samuel and Carla, so they just combined their names to come up with Sakar.
Yeah, it's almost like Scar, the
Lion King. Okay. Well, he's a villain.
That's right.
Well, knocked out of bounds there by Greg Elliott.
It's been interesting. Marquette has been able to close these deficits, but Creighton has had an answer every time.
See what they go with here. Tyshawn Alexander down the heart of the lane. Oh, he missed a bunny. A break for Marquette. McEwen, stop and pop. And it comes down to Alexander.
Wow. Creighton caught a break that time. Alexander was slow getting back defensively as well.
Balak down the lane, lobs it up. And because Bishop had to come down with it, Howard got a hand in there. And now coast to coast, and Howard has it swatted, but the foul before will put him at the line.
Well, Marcus Howard known for his scoring, but he can do this as well. Comes down on the rake, and it gets to the rim, gets the contact. But Bishop's like, no, sir, not an and one here.
I think on the other end, Bishop was surprised to receive the pass. It really was a nice lob to the rim if he could have just gone up without coming back down.
Agreed. And, you know, that's what they tell bigs all the time. Do not bring the ball down. You let the guards rake it.
Howard misses that one. Tried for his own rebound. Boy, he's been on the ground a lot tonight.
He has. This late February basketball in the Big East.
But he has now made 164 free throws this year, by far and away the most on the floor and in the Big East. Alexander patrolling the baseline. Now in the corner. Knocks it down. It's a three-pointer for Tyshawn Alexander.
Well, you know what? I thought Zegarowski turned down Jefferson, who was open, but he knew exactly where Tyshawn was coming. Nice patience offensively.
14 points to lead Creighton for Tyshawn Alexander. Marcus Howard driving on it. Extra pass in the corner. But the defense continues to recover for Creighton. However, they left Elliott open. And Elliott followed his own miss and laid it in.
Well, it's great individual effort by Greg Elliott. You typically don't see that from three-point line.
But look at Creighton getting down there quickly, and the offensive tap back by Jefferson. They waste no time. No,
they don't. They advance the ball via the pass as well as any team in the Big East. Put constant pressure on you.
And you said it, every time this crowd starts to get loud, Creighton has the silencer. Another great crowd to sell out here tonight in Milwaukee. McEwen almost had it tied up. It will be a tie-up. Zegarowski getting in there. Possession arrow will keep it with the Golden Eagles.
Well, Zegarowski playing solid defense there, causing the tie-up. And it still looks like he's favoring that ankle a little bit, doesn't he, Brandon?
Yep, you pointed that out earlier, and I'm with you. But he's still pretty darn effective out there. Wide open. McEwen, no, and it's Zegarowski that rips it down. Blue Jays running again. Good shot fake. Short with it, Alexander. Is Marquette going to make a run here eventually? They've had trouble doing that tonight. And a foul is going to be against Balak.
I like the recognition by Kobe McEwen there. He had his eyes set on Theo John the whole time up the floor. He sees John's got an advantage. He's going to lob it over the top. Theo John making his presence felt in the post.
Yeah, he's done that tonight. 10 points, 8 rebounds.
Help, CB. Help, CB. I got the roll. Help. I got the roll.
Two teams that came in hottest pair in the Big East. Creighton's won 7 of 8. Marquette 6 of 8. Howard step back. No, short. Balak leads the break. And a whistle to foul.
I tell you what, Zegarowski did a great job of challenging Marcus Howard on that last attempt without fouling. Stopped cold in his tracks, Brandon, without momentum going into the shooter. That's tough to do.
Howard just 2 of 10 from the floor now, including 1 of 6 from outside the arc. And again, in Omaha, he struggled to get going. Didn't score in the first 16 minutes. He did have 18, but for him, that's an off night.
Right.
One-hand swing pass. Alexander. Tough shot. Good defense by Adam. Elliott comes away with it. Boy, look at that hustle. And eventually that's going to be a foul on Creighton and Christian Bishop, his 3rd. Everybody on the floor.
If you want to look up Google and Hart playing hard, this is what you'll see right here. Guys getting on the deck, understanding the possession of the rock is critical in these late stages of this game.
That's one of those fouls on Bishop that obviously McDermott doesn't like it, but he's going to say, you know what, I'll take that one.
Yeah, you love your team hustling like that, trying to fight for those extra possessions, because in these tight situations, that means all the difference in the world.
Mahoney replaces it. Bailey. He hasn't really got anything going on tonight offensively. 0 of 3 for Bailey. Stripped out of bounds, and he'll stay here with 12 to shoot. And we mentioned it earlier, but Brendan Bailey's father, Earl, of course, won the title with NC State back in '83. He sang the national anthem here tonight.
Did a great job. Tremendous pipes. Looks like he can still hoop, too.
Boy, it does, yeah. I mean, he looks in game shape at 47 years old. And that one picked up by Mahoney.
So now Creighton has a mismatch they won. Alexander on John. They didn't go to him. Interesting.
Zegarowski sees a lane. Little floater is good. He's got 14 now.
That's tough. Oh, man. With defense all over it. Zegarowski with the floater.
And all of a sudden, Creighton has equaled its largest lead that it had at the break.
Well, we know about one Marcus. It's usually Howard, but Zegarowski making his presence felt here tonight.
Right now, our offense and our inability to score has completely taken out of the fight of our defense.
Well, they haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. And, Steven, they're just 4 of 25, Marquette, from three-point land.
Yeah, so you're talking about one of the better three-point shooting teams in the Big East Conference. And so you don't get your rhythm on the offensive end that does not allow you to come back and get set up defensively, especially against a team as fast and as quick as Creighton, and how they like to continue to put pressure on you. So if you're not getting made shots where you can get your defense set, it's very difficult to guard the Blue Jays.
Well, they came in 38.8% from outside the arc, but just 16% tonight for Steve Wojciechowski's crew. Creighton looking for their 21st win of the season. They've reached the 20-win mark for the 20th time in 22 years. Just sustained success for the team from Omaha. In and out. Bailey almost put it back in. But there is a lid on that basket right now for the Golden Eagles.
That beautiful set play to get McEwen an open look. I mean, he got the best look that they were going to get in that sequence. Just didn't drop for him. That's as good as execution out of the timeout as you're going to see.
Mahoney. Now Zegarowski's shot clock starting to dwindle. He sees a lane. He takes it. Finishes. Blocking foul as well. Creighton has their largest lead at 12, and Zegarowski will try to make it 13.
Wow, he rolled up on Marcus Howard. Probably hitting his nose once again. Howard grabbing the back of his head, but that time, he's trying to shake it off, but boy, that was a bang play at the bucket.
Let's see it.
Yeah, that's clearly a block. And then you see how Zegarowski lands right on top of him, pushing his head down.
I applaud Marcus Howard for his toughness, especially after taking the pop, but maybe right there, that's one you want to get out of the way for.
Yeah, I agree with you, because he's obviously trying to shake it off and trying to stay in the game, but that's a tough play right there.
It's also his third foul. Where's Marquette going to get their offense? Hey, how about Brendan Bailey, his first bucket of the night?
Nice scramble and adjustment by Marquette. You see Creighton going to the first pass, they're double teaming, and Marquette figured it out quickly enough, got the ball over to Brendan Bailey.
He's a 40% three-point shooter. Now here's Tyshawn Alexander. Speaking of good three-point shooters, Balak kicks it out, finds Jefferson. And Jefferson, once again with the answer, and the crowd silencer.
That's a big shot. And Balak right there playing on 2 feet once again. We talk about it, these Creighton guards getting to the paint. They jump stop, and they've got many more options.
Annam on a pretty good pass here from Marcus Howard.
Strong finish by Annam.
16 for him. Averages 13. Blocked by Bailey. Mahoney gets it back and fumbled it out of bounds.
You don't realize how long Bailey is until you see him defensively. Nice job staying with the play and forcing a turnover.
He's a sophomore, but he's older. Had a 2-year Mormon mission in D.C. Boy, Sakar Annam putting Creighton through the spin cycle. And another shot to silence the crowd. This one from Tyshawn Alexander.
No time to celebrate. Not this Marquette was celebrating, but Creighton just so quick.
Now Bailey again, so he's starting to find his rhythm. Now this is the offense we came for.
Yes. Now starting to heat up a little bit. Zegarowski not happy right there, talking to Pat Driscoll, saying he got held.
Marquette needs some stops. Still plenty of time, 4:45.
First time we've seen zone all night by Marquette. Matchup zone here.
he gets into the teeth of that zone. There's one stop for the Golden Eagles. McEwen, be careful. Oh, they got a foul. And Creighton thought they had it clean. Second foul on Jefferson.
Set play for Marquette in last sequence. Sakar Annam spin away from Balak for the open look. And then just moving up the floor too fast for Marquette to respond. And Brendan Bailey catches an open look. A rare open look for Marquette to see.
Theo John, no. They're going to get a foul, though. Christian Bishop tried to challenge him. And that is 4 on Christian Bishop.
I thought that was a good challenge by Bishop. I think he got pretty much all ball on that from our angle. But good job by Marquette getting the ball inside. So they're starting to mix it up a little bit, Brandon. See him dribble penetrate to the rim. Bailey got a 3, and now John at the line.
Just a 59% shooter. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he's 0 for 2 tonight at the line.
Still plenty of time, though, for Marquette to close this deficit. Hasn't turned out to be the offensive display that we thought it would be, but it's still been very competitive.
Yeah, but you just keep waiting for that Marquette run. And that's going to be over the back on Brendan Bailey. That's the 5th team foul, so still 2 more before Creighton will shoot. But they did come in with all that firepower. Creighton over 78 points a game, Marquette 77.9. Alexander in rhythm. Theo John rebounds it. He's got 9 of those.
Second time Marquette went to his own defense.
Dangerous skip pass. Annam hesitates, fires. Battle for the board. Zagorowski.
Didn't like that shot. Too early in the shot clock. They can get that anytime.
Balak. No. Creighton 7 of 21 from deep. Marquette 6 of 29. Bishop almost had the steal. McEwen, that's a travel. Yeah, he got in the air before putting it on the deck. Marquette will see if they can make a run in the final 3:40. Energetic ball game tonight. A good one in the Big East. Creighton up 9. One of the big reasons why is that junior Tyshawn Alexander. Now, if you weren't with us earlier, he took a pop in the throat. Inadvertent here from Brendan Bailey, and boy, he was really out of it for a while, but he came back and he's played extremely well.
I tell you what, any other year, Brandon, in the Big East, Tyshawn Alexander would be considered for the Player of the Year in this conference. You're talking about the leading scorer on Creighton, their best on-ball defender. Marcus Howard has 6 points tonight. He's done an outstanding job on both ends of the floor, showing you his toughness coming back in the game from that injury.
He's also hit 3 more three-pointers tonight. That's now 7 straight games for Alexander with at least 3 triples.
Tell you what, his size, the pacing that he plays with has really been impressive here tonight.
Well, you mentioned that defense, and we've talked about it. Howard's season low is 6 points, and that's where he's sitting right now. The only time he's been below double figures.
Marquette choosing to stay in this zone defense. They've had a little bit of success with it here.
Trying to beat it with a pass up top, but over the head of Christian Bishop. He was there, just a little too tall.
Yeah, they had to play. It's the poor pass there, but Marquette's got to take advantage of these stops.
They try to do it with Howard. Well-designed play for their best player.
One time that Tyshawn Alexander tries to go over the top of the screen, Marcus Howard flares, perfect read.
And here comes the crowd at Fiserv Forum. Alexander. Wow. I mean, it's deja vu. They've got the silencer every time.
Yes, they have. Alexander moves into the sight line there of Jefferson. Boy, Creighton one of the elite passing teams in all of college basketball.
Are they ever? They can put on passing clinics. Alexander now has 24 off his season high, and then Bailey gets fouled.
Marcus Howard's finding a seldom crease in the defense. Alexander goes over the top. Marcus nails that, and then Alexander gets into the sight line of Damian Jefferson, receives a pass, and hits yet another dagger.
1-1 for Bailey. Hasn't been to the line a whole lot this year, just 9 of 16, but he does knock down the first. Problem is just inconsistent. You look at his last 5 games: 14, 8, 2, 16, 0, and now 7 as he misses the second free throw.
He's got the size, I think, to really be dominant on the glass. He's getting better at it, but deflections, getting on the glass, those type of things can really make him a lot more consistent.
Well, they try to foul Bishop. Steve Wojciechowski telling them to do that. That's the 6th team foul.
Next one.
Bishop, the 58% foul shooter, will sit down. So now they get their best free throw shooting 5 on the floor.
Right now, they can get Jefferson the basketball on the wing against John. Might be able to go one-on-one off the bounce. Right here.
Here he is. 7 to shoot. He takes him off the bounce. Stops on a dime. Boy, almost traveled. Alexander's got to put it up. And a long rebound to Howard.
Great D by Sakarano.
The Golden Eagles need buckets. This is the bucket getter. Yes. All of a sudden, 5-point game. Zagorowski getting it across. He is hounded by McEwen. Driving on it. Finding Jefferson. Good shot fake. And he gets it. No foul, but the bucket drops.
Wow. You talk about strong with the basketball. Zagorowski got undressed and still was able to make the nice assist.
Marcus Howard can't get it. A big stop for Creighton, and now time is really starting to be vital here for the Golden Eagles. Do you play this out, or do you foul if you're Marquette?
I think they've been trying to foul. That's what Steve Wojciechowski keeps saying.
And they foul Marcus Zagorowski. No, a timeout first before the foul is taken by Greg McDermott. So a 7-point game as Marcus Howard has started to come to life.
Yeah, it's been interesting how he's had to really force the issue. That time a step back didn't quite get to the 3-point line, so that was a 2. Nice read coming off the screen on the flare. And then nice utilization of the screen coming up the court. Marcus Howard trying to get Marquette back in this game.
He's got 12 after being scoreless in the first half.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, he got his nose cracked hard with that mask on. And he's really taking some shots tonight. But he's toughed it out and come back on the floor every single time.
Now, Steven, tell me if you disagree, but with 13 on the shot clock, I think you just play it out here defensively,
yes,
don't you?
do. Yes, you do. You may even look for a first pass double team, similar to what Creighton was doing to them earlier in this half.
Mahoney gets it into Alexander, and they will play it out. Alexander has been the man tonight for the Blue Jays with 20 points. He's looking for more. What a tough shot by Tyshawn Alexander. My goodness. Howard took the bump, and he'll head to the line. I want to see that one more time.
Oh, man. He almost went vertical on the fade. Watch Alexander get to the baseline, and watch how far back he leans. Look at that. I mean, that's some old Sedale 3. Old 76er move right there. Young people Google that. Sedale 3.
They say, the people around Creighton's program, that Alexander's playing the best basketball of his career on both ends. I don't think there's any question.
I don't know if there's a better two-way player right now in the Big East. I mean, he's taken on Miles Powell. Jalen Coleman lands at DePaul. He's made it very difficult on Marcus Howard this evening.
Now, did that go off of Creighton? Yes, so a little bit of a break here for Marquette.
And all that defensive prowess. He's got 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists on the night. Outstanding effort by Tyshawn Alexander.
Coming off the season high 24 against DePaul. Tried to get it to Howard, but couldn't, so Marquette will burn their final timeout with 37.1 remaining. But if Creighton can get a victory here, it would be another quad 1 win. They have 7 of them already this season. And that's the biggest reason why they have the top net ranking among these Big East schools.
Yeah, they've got a great resume in terms of those wins. And their conference road record again, you know, with 4 conference road victories. This will make 5. And I mean, that's really, really impressive.
This is according to Fox Sports bracketologist Mike DeCourcy right now. Creighton a 4 seed, Marquette a 5 seed. But look at all that action in the Big East.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see Georgetown playing their way in, last 4 in. Seton Hall taking a couple road bumps here and making the race even closer. So Big East well represented in the big dance, but I think the Big East Conference tournament is going to be outstanding.
Absolutely, there's no question about it. I mean, heck, it's possible that a Butler team that at one time was top 10 could be playing in the first night, you know, if things don't fall their way down the stretch. That's how deep this conference is.
Yeah, and it's, you know, and the beauty of it is it's a true round robin. So everybody has to play each other twice, home and away. And you really get a true champion out of the regular season, out of this conference.
Butler at Seton Hall tomorrow here on FS1. That's going to be another good one, another top 25 showdown. No timeouts left. McEwen's got to get it in. He finds John. And John converts. When do you foul here, Stephen, if you don't get the steal? Well, first, Creighton will have to take the timeout. Six-point game. You know, I mentioned earlier Marcus Howard had a 53-point performance against Creighton. And this is the flashback. This is how they sent that game to overtime. Remember, Creighton was up by 3, turned it over. Greg McDermott beside himself. And then look at this. I don't know how all that happened in 0.8 seconds, but that sent it to overtime.
He got it all. Sam Hauser.
And then in overtime, Marquette behind 53 points from Marcus Howard gets the 106-104 victory. So they're hoping for some similar magic tonight.
Yeah, you asked me here, what should Marquette do defensively? I would allow the first catch to come in, give your team 3 seconds if they can come up with a steal or double team, and then foul.
See if they do that. Zagorowski to trigger. Into Ballock. Howard. Ooh, blocking foul. And for about the 27th time tonight, Marcus Howard ends up on the floor.
Yeah.
But that is his 4th foul.
But I like what he tried to do there. Try to pick up the charge. Try to get a turnover really quickly. Now Ballock at the line to earn a couple.
73% shooter. First trip to the line tonight for the junior from just outside of Kansas City. No problem. If you're Marquette after this shot, make or miss, do you need a 3?
I think so. Yeah, you need to look at a 3. Normally you'll hear me say, no, go to the rim and get a 2. In this scenario, I think you do need a 3.
8-point difference. McEwen. He is going to drive inside and lay it in. Creighton does have a timeout if they need it. And now it'll be Damian Jefferson. If you're Marquette, that's who you wanted to foul. Jefferson, 64% at the line.
And they did a good job. Marquette denied well and then fouled immediately. So not that much time left the clock. And they did score a layup, so you lengthen the game.
And Jefferson missed it. Marquette gets the break they needed. Here comes Howard. Boy, they're all over him. Tried to dribble through two and lost it. The arrow will send us the other direction if it is indeed a tie-up, and it is. I thought he was going to pass it off. He tried to split him, and a bad decision.
I think Creighton was really heads up defensively. They were going to double team him any direction that he went. You saw Kobe McEwen was open on the left side. Bailey was open on the right.
Foul before the ball gets in. Mahoney will be the shooter. If Creighton can hang on here, this is what they have coming up. As we talked about, just one remaining road game at St. John's on March 1st.
Yeah, that won't be easy, but they've got a favorable look down the rest of the way. And Seton Hall at home, last day of the regular season.
That could be for all the marbles.
There's no doubt about it. The way that Creighton is playing on the road, I mean, could very well be a showdown for the title.
I don't think they're only playing as well as anybody in the conference. I think they're playing as well as any team in the country right now.
I would agree with you. You know, you want to get hot at the right time, and Creighton has definitely done that. The small lineup has proved yet again to be very, very, very good for them.
McEwen throws it over the goal, out of bounds, so it will stay with Marquette. Marquette looks like they're going to lose their second in a row, and they will have to head Saturday to face Providence. In the corner, Howard. In and out, rebound to Mahoney, and they can dribble out the victory. Creighton, the hottest team in the conference. They have now won 8 of their last 9. They're 10-4 in league play, and they sit right on the heels of Seton Hall in second place in the Big East. And that'll do it from Milwaukee as the Blue Jays get the victory. Now let's toss it out to Los Angeles and Rob Stone.
Brandon, Stephen, thank you. Coming up.